Hi. How is everybody doing today? So happy Friday the 13th. Please do not be afraid of Friday the 13th. There's nothing to fear when it comes to Friday the 13th, right? It is actually a very divine day. Okay, so we are going to pull some cards, but before we pull some cards, we're going to use, first and foremost, a rose. Because, you know, the divine feminine represents the rose. Well, that's a symbol. One of the many. Let's not be confused. There's many symbols for many things. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday. If you give me permission to read, you are more than welcome to. Right now, I am going to be tuning into the collective for their highest divine good to see what comes through. I'm asking the highest divine presence of the Mother be fully present, alchemizing any energy within and around this reading for the highest good. May there be no interference, no distractions. All is transmuted into the highest light. Thank you. All right, and then we'll get you guys some too. There you go. Click. If you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Jennifer. I am a Reiki master, intuitive reader, clairvoyant, heyoka, empath, all the things. I guess, well, not many people are that, but anyway, we'll keep going. So let's see how the collective is doing today. These cards are kind of big, so they're kind of fun to shuffle. But I kind of got the hang of them. Oh, we got a flipper. I thought I went through all of them, but I'll keep going. Oh, we got some. How many more? Just keep going. Okay. Good. All right. We'll check the bottom in a second, but this came out second, right? This came out first. How would you like it? Up, down, up. Okay, I'm going to move them a little bit. I'm going to have to move this out the way because we're here for the tarot, not the candle. Am I right or am I right? Excuse me, honey. I'm going to move my business card because, all right, cool. All right, so we have first and foremost coming out Queen of Pentacles, right? Two of Wands reversed. Then we have Three of Wands upright and then Queen of Cups. Okay, but let's just imagine this spread is all like these. Ignore the layout right now because this is just straight across and I don't have the space with this setup. Okay. With the Queen of Pentacles energy, this is telling me that this collective that I'm tapping into is a very grounded collective. They very much pick up on the small details of things. With the hawk being present, you are able to see the bigger picture. You are able to highlight details that most people miss. You are able to comb through evidence, so to speak, right? You are able to find things that most people miss. And it's because of your grounded nature while you are going through these things, right? While you are, whether it's learning, whether it's actually digging through information, whether it's your daily activities, okay? You are very much grounded and fully present and aware of your surroundings at all times with this earth energy, okay? And you quite literally, your presence is a grounding force for others. And with the Two of Wands, my eyes are now traveling over to this. With this being in reverse, what it's telling me is that you, and also the Three of Wands being upright, they want me to connect it. It's like you know when to stay still and not move. And you also know when to take the details of the pieces that you picked up, put them together and dip. Like, you know when to stay, when to go. You know when to hold your cards and when to fold them. You are very calculated. You also are very intuitive. Look at how the Queen of Pentacles is like looking down at the Queen of Cups. Part of the reason why you know when to hold them and when to fold them is because you have learned to trust your intuition. You have learned to tap into the deeper aspects of yourself because you were able to go deeper. You didn't take things at surface level. You went down to the roots of what's actually happening, utilized your intuition at the same time, and that is how you come to conclusions. And that's also why your information is so reliable and why you're such a grounded collective and you bring such a force, I'm hearing, okay? Like your presence is quite literally a force, okay? Utilize that information, right, to your highest good and for the highest good of the collective. All right, moving forward, how do you want it? Up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay. Can we see this? We can see this? Yes, we can see this. Perfect. Okay, so with the High Priestess coming out, quite literally confirming, what did I just say? Y'all, you see things. You see between the lines, right? You are able to just read the rooms, read situations, right? And maybe right now things kind of feel off because we have the Two of Pentacles coming out, right? So usually when the Two of Pentacles is upright, this speaks of us having balance or like needing something to balance out, okay? Like we're having something in the process of being balanced. But now when it's coming out reversed with the Ten of Pentacles, it's like, yes, your intuition's on point and like, yes, you know that things are coming for you, which will help you to expand the kingdom, right? But there's this push and pull energy going back and forth. Like, it's like you're getting there and then all of a sudden something happens, okay? And they're bringing my attention to this Two of Pentacles, right? This feels like a teeter-tottering energy. And what it feels like, it's like you being one foot in the door and 1 foot out the door. Same thing when it comes to holding and folding. It's like part of you firmly believes that, yes, this will happen. But then there's also a part of you that's like, no, there's no fucking way. So it's like your energy field, right, is teetering into multiple dimensions, okay? When we are intuitive, okay, and like you are very intuitive, but also very grounded, you can quite literally tap into multiple fields of reality because even though we are experiencing this reality, right, there is a subset of this reality which maybe has a different energetic signature, which attaches yourself to more money, right, that you are also tuning into. And you're tuning into it because there's a resonance here, but you're going in and out, teetering back and forth between the two worlds because you still haven't grounded yourself fully in what it is that you firmly deserve, right? Because there's still a part of yourself that is in some sort of a denial. They want me to look at the bottom of the deck. Ten of Swords, okay? There is still some sort of denial of like, yes, I'm even worthy of it. Oh, worthy. Your worthiness. That's a huge, heavy burden to bear, my love. Huge, heavy burden. Huge. Are you ready to release that? Because you can. We could do that together. I hope you know. I guess that if you are just joining me now, hi, I'm Jennifer. I am a Heyoka empath. So as I read for people, I have the ability to transmute their pain, to transmute their emotions, to transmute the situational energy and mental energy, spiritual energy that is in and around them that they are experiencing. So if you allow this to happen with me now, let's set the intention that we completely clear this worthiness that is tied to you receiving the fruits of your labor because you've labored for so long already. I know you want a break. I know you want a vacation. Like it feels like you've just been in it. And I'm sorry if that's like excessive, but honey bear, it's time for us to release this. Are we ready? Are we ready? With the Knight of Pentacles going in reverse, this is what's really holding up you stabilizing in your material resources that you need, quite literally, right? And what's also being brought to my attention, for some reason, I looked up, I don't know if this resonates, it might resonate for somebody who's watching this message in the future. I was looking up my Jupiter placements and how my Jupiter placements are tied to career. right? And Jupiter is about good luck, expansion, but also higher knowledge and wisdom. And when we look at our Jupiter placements in our natal charts, it quite literally maps out where your soul integrates to make not only the money that you want, but at the same time being in the realm of experience that your heart desires, meaning being in the position that is not only fulfilling for you in the physical, I'm getting full body chills, but also fulfilling for you in the spiritual sense, in your soul's purpose sense, right? Because that's why we're here. And we are coming into this grand awakening, grand realization on such a big, momentous collective level with everything that's happening right now, that more of us are being called to anchor in our soul's mission at this time. Okay, so now that might be a clue for some of you that are listening today. Check out what your Jupiter placements are in your natal chart, okay? And if you don't know how to do that, what you would do is you would Google like astral natal chart, okay? This will help you to clear a lot of heavy emotional burdens. We're clearing a lot of heavy emotional stuff right now. Thank you for the confirmation. So you Google, right, a natal chart, and you put in your name, your birth location, your birth time, and it'll give you your natal chart, and look up your Jupiter placement, okay? And check out to see what is tied to your money. And I thought what was very interesting was my Jupiter was at 7 degrees. I don't remember the other stuff, right? Because there's a lot of information then, and I was like processing a lot at the same time. But anyway, we're going to go back to the reading. So, my loves, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. You now understand why you've been teetering back and forth. And now, with your permission, we're going to do a little bit of Reiki to clear and transmute. So I'm going to bring the Palo Santo back out. And if you give me full permission to do Reiki right now, I also speak light language. Light language are creation tones. They clear, transmute, alchemize energy. You might feel tingles. You might see colors. You might get chills all over your body. Just know that everything that is happening is for your highest and greatest good, because I am coming with the highest love for you. That is my mission, to come to this planet, anchor love, to help transmute. That's what I'm here to do. So if you give me permission, we're going to light this Palo Santo. I'm going to tune in to God right now and get going. Whew. Yanura yawa sawa tuku ayeta yeturu awa sawa. Yeah, we're clearing your mind. Tara yanturu kuaya sawa tutu. Yanturu awa sati awa yatu atu. Yes, awa, the body, ya, turu, ye, your belly, ya, wasa tutu. Ya, nuru ayete, grounding it out through your feet, yerewa, transmuting it with the earth. Thank you, earth. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother God. Thank you, Father God. Yan urua satata. We're welcoming in God's heavenly hosts of angels, the seraphim, Elohim, cherubim. Yanu uruas at urayanti it eawa sawat urayanti kite ye awa rua satu ye awa tu o. Again, nice deep breath. Yan uruas ti atukwa tawa yatu good tawa satu. Now allow this golden white light to now basically wash over your crown and over your entire body. It is transmuting and sealing you in the highest light of God and the highest authority of God. And we are setting the intention that any negative energies, entities, spell work, voodoo, evil eye, energy, anything known and unknown that needs to be cleared now for the highest good of this collective, it is done now with the highest integrity of Mother, Father, God. Yan uruasat uruayat uruayat uruayayat uruayawa sawatu kurayatiawa sawatu. Okay, that was amazing. That was amazing. All right, my friends. So we're going to continue with this reading now that we know what we've cleared out. Okay, and this is how I do typical readings. Just so you know, if you do book with me one-on-one, first we figure out what's going on. Okay, and then we pull it out, because what's the point of knowing it if you can't clear it, right? Because once you know it, you want it out, don't you? Right? I do. And then we alchemize, transmute, so that your energy field is nice and clear, ready for you to receive higher perspectives, higher information, as well as higher energy that sometimes wasn't even made available to us because of those blockages, right? And then we go into seeing what we get to look forward to, right? Because whenever you do something like this, you surrender something, you actually receive something in return. So for those of you who stayed and actually participated this whole entire time, I want you to know you quite literally are grounding in a miracle for yourself, because you surrendered something like that. When we release heavy, dense emotions, okay, and we allow ourselves the ability to surrender it with God, the mother aspect especially, will come and cradle you and nurture you and give you so much love and compassion, and basically help make your life easier, because by you transmuting this, you are also transmuting it for your family, which is in turn transmuting it for the earth, which is in turn transmuting it for the collective, which is in turn transmuting it for not only this dimension, but also other multiple dimensions. Because my love, this is infinite. I was shown some things, and when I tell you my mind has been blown millions of times by our Lord, and I tell you this thing is infinite, it's so divinely orchestrated, but it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Like, the most beautiful thing. All right, so now that we know that we've cleared that, thank you. What is it that we can look forward to? Whoa, up. All right, they said up. They said keep going. We're going to get that when we're ready. One more. They said take it. Okay. Very good. Can we peek on the bottom? Not yet. Okay. I always like to check the bottom, but I gotta ask. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna be polite. All right. So we have the Magician. We also have the Five of Swords up. And we also have the King of Swords. Wow. Okay. This is huge, because this is what you are getting. Okay, when you allowed this to be surrendered, what happened was, with the Magician card coming out, you see the infinity sign, you actually allowed a DNA transformation to take place, which activated not only your throat chakra, okay, because we have the swords coming out, but also the mental energy and clarity that you will be receiving, okay? You basically got an upgrade from the Five of Swords to the King of Swords. Do you all know, maybe you don't know, for you to jump, to have that big of a jump from Five of Swords, which is us basically like understanding higher perspectives, but at the same time still being kind of catty about it, right? Being in our ego, okay? This has helped you dissolve. It's almost like I'm feeling like small fragments of the ego that have been tied to your mental sphere of thinking, but also especially when it comes to deprecating thoughts, okay? So that has been very much cleared. So you are going to be able to recognize even further now where your thoughts are coming from. And when you have mastery over your thoughts, you start to have mastery over the elements. You start to have mastery over the collective environment, okay? You start to quite literally, your thoughts ripple out into the space-time and affect larger groups. Okay, so this is big, but remember, with great power comes great responsibility. And if you do not use this power responsibly, there's always that karmic retribution, right? So, and I think that might be a message not for anybody here, but for somebody listening for the future. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. All right. So my loves, I hope you all enjoyed this wonderful reading. This is my business card in case you want to screenshot it. Oh, I should probably not do that. So yeah, I work out of Little Silver. I'm also in New Jersey. Well, duh, that's Little Silver, New Jersey. I'm a massage therapist too. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for letting me read to you. And thank you also for participating in do Reiki and energy work. Again, if you want a one-on-one session, reach out to me. I'll never reach out to you. I also wrote a spiritual guidebook. It's called God in You. All that is, all you are, and everything in between. It's available on Amazon. I have it linked. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Whip, whip.